welcome to another Teacher's Corner playthrough. I'm Teacher Corner, and today I'm going to be playing through Stormbound. Here we go. The Toxutot has fallen into the hands of the Tholians. Our intelligence indicates increased Tholian activity in the Nakul system. Caldano believes they are trying to interface with the Nakul in the present because of actions they will take in the future. Caldano has asked you to rendezvous with him in the Nakul system. And there we go, so we travel, and for this we get the quantum phase equipment set. Let's mouse over this for a little bit. So it does give some nice shield restoration stats, some nice starship shield capacity stats, and some very nice drain expertise. Remember, this is a free set, so this is actually quite nice for a free set. And then we have the quantum phase impulse engines. Now again, this is using some of the old terminology, but it does give, while full impulse is active and for 15 seconds after, it does give plus 26.2 to starship flow capacitors, which is now what we call drain expertise, plus 26.2 to starship particle generators, which is exotic particle generators now, and 26.2 electroplasma systems, which is now called electroplasma flow systems, or electroplasma system flow. I don't know. They've changed some of the terminology, but this is DrainX, EPG, and EPS, which is all very good to have, especially if you're using a drain boat. So this is kind of nice, but remember the caveat, you do have to be at full impulse and is only active for 15 seconds after you leave full impulse. Okay? And the final one is, here we go, is the shield. It does give 5% absorption, 5% bleed through, has a pretty darn good restoration every 6 seconds, and gives a 10% incoming shield healing to self. It also gives some science officer abilities will repair your shields. Things like tachyon beam, charge particle burst, energy siphon, Tychon's rift, viral matrix, and destabilizing resonance beam. Again, if you're running a drain build, you're going to have abilities like Tychon's rift, like tachyon beam, energy siphon, and Tychon's rift. Okay, those are going to be staples of a drain build. So this is very nice for a free set of a drain based build. Alright, and then of course we have the emitter array, which gives plus 30 to starship shield restoration. Alright, so we accept, and Stormbound to save a star. Go to the Nakul system. I'm going to transwarp that. Alright, so begin Stormbound. Oh, we have a flashy. There we go. Let's try this again. There we go. And there. Psyche Val failed. Alright. So, we're going to begin Stormbound.
Good to see you again. Thank you for responding to my message so quickly. The Tholians have the quantum phase inhibitor. I've tracked their ship to this system, and I'm detecting some telltale quantum fluctuations within the star. They're trying to use the device. We need to stop them and recover the device. First, however, we need to help the Nakul. At this point in their history, they're not prepared to repel a Tholian attack.
Defend Nakul. Agreed. Set a course for the lead Tholian vessel. The Nakul are hailing us, sir. Shall I put them on the main view screen? On screen.
Unidentified vessel. You have entered our space without authorization. If you are an ally of the Tholians, leave now. We have done nothing to provoke their attacks, but we will defend ourselves.
We will render any assistance we can. What do you need?
Thank you. My people have few warships. Any assistance you could provide against the Tholians would be appreciated.
Consider it done. So we go and attack the Tholian.
We appreciate your assistance. It is not often that we encounter a species willing to risk their lives for another. We are still detecting Tholian ships near our star, as well as some unusual quantum fluctuations. It's as if the star's nuclear fusion is decaying at an increased rate.
Yes, they stole a device from us that interferes with the fusion process in the sun.
So this is your fault? Why would you make such a terrible thing? You caused this problem. I expect you to fix it, or we will hold you and your people responsible for the consequences.
Caldano created the device in the future. The Tholians stole it from him. We're just trying to set things right.
I never should have made that device. I was only focused on the idea, on whether it was possible. I didn't stop to think of all the harm it could do in the wrong hands. We have to stop the Tholians before they shut down the star's fusion. If that happens, the effect on this system will be devastating. The Nakul will lose their home, and life will probably never develop here again.
Defeat the Tholians before they can use the quantum phase inhibitor. Helm, lay a course in for the star. Full impulse. And here we go.
The lead Tholian ship has the quantum phase inhibitor. They're going to use it on the star. We have to stop them, board that vessel, and get it back.
Destroy the Tholian escorts and disable the lead ship with the quantum phase inhibitor.
They hadn't chased me. None of this would happen.
There we go.
They might have traced me this time. We'll have to go further into the past to hide the quantum phase inhibitor.
Uh-oh. Alright, there we go. We got the
Assuming, of course, that we can get it back from them in the first place.
Terrans there. And last group of Tholian. There we go. Oh no, they're using the Toxu thought. Ruh-roh. That's not good. Alright, so we have disabled the Tholian. Oh, wait, where is it? There's the lead ship. Let's go disable it. Disable that ship. There we go. He's disabled. The Tholian ship is disabled, and sensors confirm the Toxu Tot is aboard. We can't get a lock on it, though. Too much interference. Recommend we send an away team in a shuttle to board the ship and retrieve the device. Signal Caldano to join us in the shuttle bay and prepare to launch a shuttle. Alright, so we're bringing our engineers. We've docked with the Tholian ship. The good news is that my scans indicate the quantum phase inhibitor is on the bridge. All we need to do is go get it. The bad news is the Tholians know we're here. They're not going to give up without a fight. Retrieve the quantum phase inhibitor. Understood.
The
We're
Tholians
ready.
come from an environment that is extremely hazardous to most humanoids. You and your team will need environmental suits to survive.
Understood. Thanks for the reminder. Alright, so we don't need to get EV suits because we already have EV suits. And let's see, we're going to... Come on, where is it? I'm going to put on the Solanae one, which is, of course, in the main inventory. Alright, there we go. Let's get our overflow bag. And I'm not too worried. Okay. Take it. Okay. And let's clear up a couple spots here. There. Alrighty. And then let's give our officers their and where is it? Mako environmental, there we go. And our next one, we'll need an environmental suit. There we go. And the next one, we'll need an environmental suit as well. And there we go. Okay. Looks like we are going to need to recycle some things. This is the joys of having things in your inventory that I know I'm not going to use. Okay. Here we go. And delete, delete, delete a few things that we know we're not going to use. Get rid, get rid. Get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that. All of these things. Normally I would take these to a vendor, like a bartender, to get 50%. However, because I need to clear up space now, and I didn't do it beforehand, bad me, I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of these. I know some of you are going, oh, the batteries too. Yes, the batteries too. Oh, I'm so terrible. The rebreather can be useful, so I'm going to keep that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. That I'll keep. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And that. And that. Enough fun cleaning out our inventory. That. Okay. And that. And that. And that. And that. And that. Oh my goodness. Alright. Finally cleaned out everything we can. Or just about everything we can. And what the heck? Scotty gets trouble. Yay! Okay. Let's clear that out. Alright. And now Scotty gets his environmental suit. Okay. Equipped on Lita. And now Ahura gets hers. And that is equipped on Sulu. She's gonna get it. There we go. Alright. We now have our EV suits on, so we don't need to get any. And there we go. Now it's going to let us go. So we can now board the Tholian ship. Once again, we're on a Tholian ship.
Tholians, just as xenophobic and opportunistic in your time as mine.
There we go. And I'm going to go up here, follow the arrows, follow the circles. There we go. If you want to clear a room quickly, one way to do it is your concussive tachyon emission. We'll get rid of a lot of the lower level Tholians pretty quick. It does have a 5-minute cooldown though, so. Tholians don't really like the bombs. They fall to them pretty quickly. So, or the mines. So if you can get your bridge officers out ahead to drop mines, that works pretty well as well. So like for example, if I get my guys here, there we go. They're pretty much going to kill all the Tholian as they come through, or attempt to come through. And there we go. And see, I don't even have to fire a shot, and they're dead. Mines are awesome. And then we go this way.
The bridge should be just ahead.
I can see there's a couple Tholians up ahead, so if I really want to get them, put my guys there and order them to use mine and wait for them to show up. And as you can see, they die pretty darn quick. Oops. Because I clicked with the wrong side. There we go. Alright, and here we go. We're going up to a new one, and up here. And as I said, this is a nice way to handle them. Put them right there. And order them to use mines. And then we go up and get their attention. As you can see, they come to us and they don't really stand much of a chance. Hey! What the heck? Wayne snuck up from behind. Get me! Get me!
Now we just need to drop that force field, get the quantum phase inhibitor, and get off this ship before the rest of the Tholians get here to stop us.
Recover the Toxutot. Drop the field, get the quantum phase inhibitor. Got it. Alright, so we've now released our guys so we can run around and do what we need to do. Okay, lower the force field. There we go. Lowering force field. Retrieving Toxutot. Now here's the part I didn't understand.
Finally, we have the quantum phase inhibitor. I brought this device through time to hide it from the Vorgons, but I never thought the Tholians would steal it. Now we need to hide it where it will be safe from both of them. Are you ready? This will be a longer trip than you're used to taking.
Beam us to the shuttle and launch immediately. The thing I never understood, if we got the Toxutot, why couldn't we use it on the Nicole Star before we hit it in the past?
Set a course for the Ryza system.
Alright. So we're going through the temporal portal. We're going way far back.
Ryza, early 22nd century. Even the tourists won't be in this region for a few years yet. No one will be looking for the quantum phase inhibitor here. Not now, anyway. Let's try that cave up ahead. It looks like a good spot.
Acknowledged.
Wow.
Alright.
Rain on Ryza? I guess they haven't installed the weather control systems yet.
Now, the reality is, it doesn't matter which part of the cave we go to. The first
We have to hide
two...
the device very well. I can't afford to let it fall into the wrong hands again. And the Vorgons are very persistent.
The first two that we choose, he'll say no. The third one, he'll accept.
No, that's too obvious. Anyone could find it there.
So I just go ahead to the first three that I see. And I know the third one will be fine.
Better, but I still think it would be too easy to find.
So there we go.
That's it. Someone will find it in a few hundred years, but that's a different story for a different captain. Let's get back to your time. We need to check on the Nakul.
Alright, beam up.
Setting course for 2410.
Alright, we're back
We
in
need to get back to
2410.
Nakul.
Sir, we have arrived back in the Nakul system in the present, and Caldano has launched his ship. The Tholians are hailing us. On screen. Return the Toxutot and we will let you live. We no longer have the device. We've hidden it where you will never find it. And we defeat the Tholian. There we go. Mayday, mayday, my temporal drive has something. If you hear loud claps of thunder behind me, there is a storm.
This is Captain Walker
In my area.
of the USS Postok.
Ooh, the Postok. Alright. Are there any more? There are. More Tholians! Get those Tholians. Oh, they got me in a web. Good thing I got Fire at Will. Fire at Will is awesome for getting out of webs. It will automatically target those web nodes. You won't even be in. You won't be in there for very long at all. All right, so let's.
What happened to our son? What did you do?
We were unable to stop the Tholians, but we were able to retrieve the Toxutot and hide it where nobody can find it.
I'm sure that will be a great comfort to our citizens as they freeze to death.
We will do whatever we can to assist you.
You have done quite enough. Leave us alone. Time travelers and malcontents and Tholians. The whole lot of you can fall into a black hole. Now go. We have to figure out how to save our people. And then we'll take steps to protect ourselves. Time is a weapon, and it will never be turned against us again.
Let us know if you change your mind and want our help.
This is Captain Benjamin Walker of the USS Postok. I'm responding to an emergency temporal transmission from these space-time coordinates, but we are no longer detecting the source of these transmissions. Did you lose a time traveler?
Yes, Caldano's ship was damaged and he fell through a temporal portal.
I think you better come aboard while we resolve this. Prepare for transport.
Beam to the Postok. And here I go. Alright. And gee, I'm on a 31st century. Well, I'm on a time ship. Speak to Captain Walker.
Greetings.
It's nice to see you again.
Again? We've never met before.
Not that you remember. We need to scan the continuum for Caldano. Would you care to assist me?
Help Captain Walker scan the continuum for Caldano. Of course. There we go. Scan continue. And okay, so we need to do this puzzle. I never like these, but okay. And speak to Captain Walker.
Were you able to locate Caldano?
His ship is in the 22nd century, but these readings are strange.
Enter the temporal coordinates into the transporter.
Beam Caldano directly to the bridge and his ship into the shuttle bay. Acknowledged. Okay, and we come over here. Activate transporter. Scan Caldano. No life signs present. Now we talk to Captain Walker again.
What happened with Caldano?
He's dead. And it looks like he's been dead for centuries.
No, this was meant to happen. Caldano went further back into the past than you knew. The NX-01 Enterprise, captained by Jonathan Archer, found his ship in the 22nd century, and his chief engineer activated Caldano's emergency temporal circuit, which returned the ship to its last known time, this one. But by the time that happened, Caldano had been dead for centuries. The Tox Utat is safe. It was found in the mid-24th century by Captain Jean-Luc Picard, who destroyed it before it could be used to harm others.
And the Nakul? Isn't there anything we can do for them?
Altering the past causes ripples. The effects move through time, shifting everything they touch, and it may take eons for all of them to be seen. The Nakul will survive, although their homeworld will be lost. They will become time travelers themselves, and their actions in the Temporal Cold War shape the galaxy you now know. There are some things you shouldn't change, that you can't change.
The Temporal Cold War?
You could check Captain Archer's old logs for more information, but you will know all about it soon enough. You are entering a dangerous era in history. Time travel like warp drive before it will radically change your society. I'll see you again. We have a lot to do.
Farewell, Captain, and thank you. Are you ready to return to the ship? So we beam up. Yes. That is it. And I'm going to change back to my usual attire and change all my bridge officers back to their usual attire. Alright, and now we want to, where's the adapted Mako armor? There we go. And then for my other guys, it doesn't really matter which one goes where, just as long as they go. And there. And there. Alrighty. And now, as we said before, doesn't really matter where it goes, as long as it goes. There we go. And I'm going to put them on my guys. And we'll put the last one on Spock. Yes, Spock gets an environmental suit. Oh, and there's one more, so let's put that on. What the heck? Let's put that on this gal. There we go. Alright. There we go. And so that was Stormbound. Let's Get rid of the flashy because it's going to bug people. Oh, yay, spec point. Squirrel. Okay. So that was Stormbound. Let's turn it in. This is a sad day for the Federation. We failed to save the Nicole system, and our friend from the future, Caldano, is dead. I know you did everything you could. Sometimes, especially when we venture into time travel, things must play out a certain way. So at least the timeline has been preserved. Captain Picard can now find the Toxutot on Ryza in the 24th century. Still, let us mourn for Caldano and the Nicole people. And we'll get our expertise and some such. I'm going to choose one of the pieces of the quantum phase set. And that is the end of Stormbound. Join me next time for the mission Time and Tide. I'll see you there.